guys, what's up? It's Marissa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're here literally talking about the $1 million question that everybody has. How did I get onto MTV? So if you guys want to know and find out, keep watching. Let's get glam. Alright, so it's kind of a long story, but we're going to make it short and sweet. So this isn't like a 30-minute video. And I'm going to start from the beginning, way back. It was about 2 years ago. But before I get into it, a little background. Senior year of high school, I got voted for yearbook, most likely to be on reality TV. Everybody was always like, Marissa, you love the camera, you're made for the camera, you're made for TV, you're gonna be on TV one day, we're all gonna watch you. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. I've always wanted to be on TV. That was like a dream of mine. One day, I was going through a midlife crisis, and instead of like changing how I look and my hair like girls usually do, I said, hey, I'm gonna apply to an MTV show. And I went on to MTV.com, and they were casting for multiple shows, and I applied. So basically you go on to MTV.com, they show you a list of what they're casting for, all different types of shows. So I applied to one of them. And you fill out a little questionnaire about yourself, so they get to know you. It's just like personal questions, personality questions, family questions, just like the basics to get to know you. So I filled that out and I sent it in, and literally less than 24 hours the next day, I got a phone call from LA, and I was like, holy shitballs, there's no way that they're calling me right now. And they were. And they were like, hey, we saw your questionnaire. We would love to get to know you more and hear a little bit more about you. We would love to set up like a Skype call. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So we set up the Skype call. They called me. They asked me questions about myself, my family, how I grew up, school, literally everything and anything that they can know about you, they asked. So I answered the questions on Zoom. And that was really it. And they were like, we're gonna send this in, and if we think that you're a candidate for final casting, you'll get a call back in a few weeks, and then we're gonna fly to LA. So I was like, okay, cool, sick, whatever. But me, like, with any opportunity I get, I never like give myself false hope. So I'm always like 50-50. Like, of course, like I would love to have the opportunity and do it, but I also don't want to get my hopes up in case I don't get that phone call back. So I was like, all right, we'll see what happens. Whatever's meant is meant. And that's literally how I go through life with everything. Like, whatever's meant to happen will be, and it'll happen at that time it's meant. So that's how I was going into this whole process. And fast forward, after that one Skype call that I had with them, right after, like a few weeks later, I started getting call after call after call, more Skype interviews, and then finally I got that call, and they were like, we're gonna fly you out to LA. And I was like, holy shit, like this is happening, like wild, so surreal. So they flew me to LA, they booked my flight, everything. Once I landed in LA, I got to the airport, and they have somebody on like their team text you that they're there to pick you up. So they picked me up, they got my bags, I went in a van with them, and they drove me to the hotel where they were doing final casting. And I got to the hotel. Right when I got to the hotel, they were like, all right, we're taking all your belongings, your cell phone, computer, whatever you brought with you. You can't have any electronics. So I texted my mom, and I was like, Mom, you're not gonna hear me until I get my phone back. And they took my stuff, and I went up to my hotel room. You basically have nothing. All you have is your room and a TV, if you have a TV. You cannot leave your room. They have somebody in the hallway, like watching the hallway to make sure you don't step out of your room or try and leave. So you're literally trapped in a room and you go stir crazy. I didn't think I could do it, but I got through it. I did it. It was kind of peaceful because I was like, all right, I'm disconnected from the world for like 1 second, and it was just relaxing. So you're in the room, you can't leave, they'll bring you food when it's time to eat. Dinner, breakfast, lunch, they'll tell you, they'll give you like a menu, they'll slip it under your door, you pick out what you want to eat, you'll call down, they give you like a bunch of like phone numbers to reach them. As you're sitting in the room the night before, they also give you a psych test where I think it was like 250 questions, I'm not sure, there were a lot of questions. They have somebody come in and they pick out the outfit that they want you to wear for your casting tape. So that's exactly what they did. They had somebody come down, and I tried on a bunch of different outfits, and then they send it in, and then they approve your outfit. So then I was all set. Hair and makeup, you do yourself. So then they give you a call time at the end of the night, and they'll say like, tomorrow you're going in at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever time it is. So be ready by this time. We're gonna come get you. The next day, they come down, they get me, I'm ready to go. They bring you to another room where you kind of sit down and they prep you of like what type of questions they're gonna be asking you. You can hang out, you can drink a little. They'll have Red Bulls, they'll have chasers, tequila, vodka, all the good stuff, food to pick on. And then you go into the room where they put you on a green screen and they interview you. In the room of the interview, it's you and one other person who's asking questions, and you're in front of a green screen, and they're literally asking you everything. It probably went on for like an hour, I would say. They ask you questions about yourself, your personality questions about your family, growing up, who you were in high school, ex-boyfriends, your type of like, your interest, who you're interested in, what do you go for, hobbies, literally everything and anything that they can know about you, they ask you. And you're talking to that person that's in the room with you asking the questions, but then there's also a bunch of other people in another room watching you as this interview is going on. So once the interview was over, they were like, okay, amazing. I went back to my room. My flight was the next day. And they basically said, if you're a candidate and the network likes you, you will be getting a call back. I flew home the next day. I got home. I continued what I do best, which is makeup and lashes on my clients, and I went about my life. Again, I was literally every night like, am I gonna get this call? Is this happening? What's going on? Literally to the point where I was dreaming about it, okay? Like, going crazy. And a few months went by and I heard nothing. So I was like, all right, it is what it is. It's not meant at this time, but they do have my casting tape. So if another opportunity comes up, maybe they'll call me for that. So I went about doing my business and doing clients and living my life. And fast forward, probably almost a year went by, and I got a phone call, and I happened to actually be in New York City doing makeup on set of Teen Mom. And I was with MTV, and I was like, holy shit balls, they're calling me right now. So I answered the phone, and I'm like, hi, whatever. And they're like, hey Marissa, like, what's going on? Hope all is well. And they were basically like, we think that you would be awesome for this new show that we're casting for, and we want to know if you'd be interested in flying out to LA for a final casting. So I was like, all right. Like, at this point, they told me that it was a dating show, kind of like The Bachelor. They didn't say who it was. They didn't give any info. It was they were just like, basically, it's like The Bachelor. You'd be going and competing for somebody's love. And at first, I was like, no, thank you. Like, I don't want to do it. Not that I didn't want to do it. I was on the fence about it because I'm not the type of girl where I'm going to go and like fight with other girls for somebody's love or to like me. I was like, that's not up my alley. But then again, like, I'm always open to new opportunities and different things. You don't know until you try. So then I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Let's see. So I said yes, and they booked me my flight again, and they flew me to LA. And again, the whole process, you got there, gave your phone to them, you're in a room, pick out your outfit again, do the whole process again, sit in front of the camera, ask you questions, get to know you more. And then they flew me back home, and they said, if you get picked, you will be hearing from us in a few weeks. So I was like, okay, no problem. So at this point, I was excited again, and I was like, holy shit, like, this could happen. But again, don't want to get my hopes up because I almost waited a year the last time. So who knows, whatever's meant is meant. I would say maybe like 4 weeks passed, 3 to 4 weeks passed, and I got that phone call, and they were like, congratulations, pack your bags, you're leaving Friday. And this was a Monday. And I remember being in my house in this room in my studio, which, excuse me, it's a mess right now. I'm redecorating this whole place. But I literally was like, my jaw like dropped, and I'm like, what? And they're like, you're leaving. it was Monday. They're like, you're leaving Friday, so pack your bags for a month. And I literally like jumped up out of the chair. I was like, oh my god, this is happening. Like literally shitting my pants. I was running around my house screaming. I was telling my mom. Everybody's like, oh my god, like flipping out. So right away, Amazon Prime in my house, getting all my stuff together. They send you a packing list where they like show you like what you can and can't wear, like no logos, no like patterns, designs, because the green screen. And yeah, so basically I put my whole life on hold. I was like, this is a dream of mine that I've always wanted to do. And I kind of just threw myself to the wolves, and I put my whole life on hold, not knowing what was going to happen or what I was walking into. And I left, and my mom drove me to the airport. I kissed her goodbye. I said, I'll see you in a month. And I got on that plane and I got to LA, and they picked me up from the airport. And I went and I filmed Double Shot at Love season 1. Walking in, it was so surreal and so crazy. I mean, looking back, it seems like a dream and like a blur because it happened so fast. And again, like I did not think like any of this would happen. And I was like, holy shit, like this is freaking wild. Like I don't even, like, just so surreal. And then as I walked into the house was gorgeous. I mean, I didn't know what I was walking into, like girl wise, like, you know how girls can be. I didn't know if they're gonna be mean, if they're gonna be nice. I mean, I knew I was gonna have a mix of both. Guy, like, who am I dating? Who am I putting myself out there for? I had no idea. I had a little bit of an idea that it could have been Paulie or Vinny. I never expected both of them. So as they were walking down the stairs, like, I was like, literally like, and I don't know if I wanted to scream or like, I don't even know. I was like, this is not happening, because I literally grew up watching Jersey Shore. Like, I, every Thursday, was like the Jersey Shore fanatic fan. Like, me and my friends would get dressed up in like Italian clothes. We'd fucking fist pump. We would go crazy watching Jersey Shore. And now, like, I'm literally in a house trying to date Paulie and Vinny with 20 other girls. Like, I was like, what is my life right now? Like, is this a prank? Like, where's Ashton Kutcher type thing? Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. So we filmed, and then I got eliminated, and I went home. And again, like, you signed so many different contracts, so you can't talk about anything that went on until you guys are watching it and it airs. So when I got home, of course, my friends, my family, oh my god, like, how was it? And you can't say anything. Again, like, when you're in the house filming, you have no contact to the world. So you have no phone, no computer, no nothing. So literally for that time being there, I didn't talk to family. I didn't talk to friends. I didn't know what was going on in the world. Like, if something crazy happened, I would have no idea, because I'm in this house and you're basically like in a bubble. Like, you just don't know what's going on. So then I got eliminated. And I went home, and again, you sign contracts and all these different things. So you can't talk about it when you get home. So that's like a huge secret that you just want to burst out and tell everybody, and you can't. You literally have to hold it in until the show airs. So April 11th, Double Shot at Love season 1 aired on MTV, and the cast was finally announced, and everybody was like, holy shit, like, this is crazy. I was like, this is crazy. And then to watch myself, I was like cringing, but also excited. And I was like, oh my god, like, this is happening. So to look back and like watch it was awesome. And then after that season ended, we happened to get another phone call. And they only called a certain amount of us that were from season 1. And they were like, hey, there's another show that we're looking to do, and we think that you'd be perfect for it. This time, it's not a competition show. It's actually like a party show. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, this is up my alley. Like, let's freaking go. Like, I didn't, like, obviously, like, season 1, I loved doing it, and it was for me. But, like, partying's more up my alley. So I was like, I'm ready. Let's go. Let me know when I'm leaving. So they just kind of gave us that phone call, letting us know that they were looking to do another project with us. And then we got that call where they're like, pack your bags again, you're leaving. And I was like, again, like, this is so insane and so surreal, because not only did I just film one show, but now I'm filming another show. And like, I literally filmed 2 shows in 1 year. Like, like wild and crazy. Like I literally overnight, like everything just changed and for the better. And I'm so blessed. And I still look back and I'm like, how did any of this like happen? Like I was going through something so hard in my life at one point, and then it literally took that one, like, I guess you could say thought or like risk to put myself out there. And I said, hey, I'm gonna like try and do something and step out of my comfort zone and put myself out there and see what happens. And that's exactly what happened. And it literally was so life-changing and wild. Like I still can't explain it. Like it's just so crazy and surreal, and I'm blessed each and every day for the opportunity that I have and meeting all the people that I meet and the things I experience. It's just so insane and surreal, and I'm blessed. And without you guys and fans of the show, it wouldn't be anything without you guys. And I love meeting all of you and getting to know all of you and hearing different stories. And if there's one thing that I could say, it's always be true to who you are. Never change for anything or anybody. And if you have a goal or a dream, chase it. Go for it. Do it. Put yourself out there, even if it's uncomfortable at first, because it's going to be worth it in the end. And if it doesn't happen right away, that's okay. It will happen when it's supposed to. And don't ever just discouraged from what you're trying to do or achieve, because I could have been discouraged and I could have been like, all right, I didn't get picked from that first show, and I could have given up. But I was like, you know what? Whatever is meant is meant. And when it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And that's exactly how everything fell into place. And looking back on it, it's just such a surreal feeling and such a blessing. And just never give up. Keep chasing and keep pushing to be better and do better and put yourself out there, because in the end, whatever is meant, and it will happen for you. Whether it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 to 6 years, it will happen. And you just need to stick with it and believe in yourself. Because I feel like with me, like I always believed in myself, but you always have those doubts. And whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. And I always put out positive vibes, and I'm always positive. Even if it's a negative situation, I'll always try to see the brighter side of it. And I'll be like, okay, it's fine. It didn't happen. On to the next goal, on to the next dream, on to the next whatever it may be. Like, just keep pushing and push yourself, because you will get there and you will achieve it and you will do it. And always be true to who you are, because that's exactly what I did. I didn't put on this facade, and I didn't try to portray myself as this girl that I thought that they maybe wanted me to be. No, I literally walked in there confident. I was like, this is me. This is who I am. This is my personality. This is my story. And they clearly liked me for who I was and what I had to offer. And if I went in there and I was like this totally different person and put on this fake act, and then they say I did get picked because of that, and then now I'm in front of the camera, they're gonna know that it was all bullshit. So always stay true and genuine to who you are, because that's what they're gonna love you for, and that's what the world's gonna love you for when they're watching you. And that's exactly what I did, and I will always, always, always stay true to who I am and never change for anything or anybody. And then we went and we filmed season 2, which you guys are watching now on TV. So I can't really get into that too much. But the show obviously is still on, and it's on every Thursday, 8/7 Central, MTV. Once this season is over, I'm going to make another video about season 2 to get more into it and talk about it. With that being said, that's basically the end of my story time and my advice. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and share. Turn on your post notifications, because I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube videos. I'm also going to be posting things on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I will put my Instagram handle here. Again, like, subscribe, comment, stay tuned for more videos, and thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have an amazing and blessed day.